Hey, hey, y'all. It's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. I'm gonna get y'all pulled up. If I can find y'all. We are going to do the snowflake kit today. There you are. There you are. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for the stars, Lolly. I appreciate it. We are TikTok. I'll apologize right now. I forgot to send y'all a reminder. I was going live, so I'm sorry. I'm still new to TikTok, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But I'll get better, I promise. So I have two kits available on my website. It's monkeyscreations.com. We have the one we're doing today is the snowflake kit. So you get the large Unique in the Creek flower board. You get all of your zip ties. You get this awesome glittered red and white snowflake. It comes with these two ribbons. You get the whole 10 yards. You definitely won't use it all. With the white, horizontal white stripe. Okay. The second one is the poinsettia kit. And it still comes with the large board, your zip ties. You get a roll of the red, wide stripe horizontal, and the whole roll of the green fabric mesh for your leaves. And then you can pick which Senna you want. I have some with the multi-gold. Is that not gorgeous? And then I have the regular gold. So either of these would be gorgeous as the center of your poinsettia. Now, I only have a few listed of the multi-gold, only because the regular gold sells out more quickly than the multi-gold. But if the multi-gold are sold out and you want it, just you do the gold. But in the comments, write that you want the multi-gold, and I will make sure you get it. Okay? But I'll kind of keep track of the numbers and adjust them if I need to. But just know that if you want the multi-gold and it's sold out, just hit the gold, but in the comments, write multi-gold, and I'll make sure you get it, okay? So these two kits are on my website right now, monkeyscreations.com, but we're going to make this gorgeous red snowflake kit. So let me bring everybody down and over. Sorry, TikTok. There you go. Y'all want to know funny on TikTok? Like right after the live, I'm looking for my phone because I forget that it's right there in my ring light. But I'm all over my table looking for my phone because I can't find the daggone thing, and it's always right there. So I have to remember to look up. And those centers are amazing. And y'all, they do not photograph well. I have tried everything to get good photos of these. And it is so hard. But I try. It's just one of those things. So you are going to cut your entire roll of the white mesh at 10 inches. Okay, because we're going to do the entire row or the entire board. So if you can see, I've marked red lines on every other. So on row 2, every set is getting a ruffle. And then we're going to do every other with the tails. Okay, row 3 is getting all ruffles. Row 4 is getting ruffles with every other set of tails. Okay. Just so y'all can kind of see that. All right, so 10 by 10. And I'm going to start, I usually when I do these and I'm putting tails on the board, I usually start at the top because I know that one's going to get a set of tails. So my tails are cut at 16 inches. When I'm doing this method, I generally find going the extra 2 inches makes it set better. So I do go with 16-inch tails when I'm doing this method on the flower boards. Okay, good morning everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get our tails ready. Totally up to you which one you want on top, which one you want on bottom. So one right over the other, and we're just going to scrunch right there in the middle. Flip it, kind of get them lined up and ready to go in the board. Okay, so 10 by 10, and we're just going to scrunch right up that middle. Okay, just like that, just a regular ruffle. We're going to put it right in that zip tie. Grab our tails, put it right on top. All right, that zip tie wants to get in my way. And zip it. So if you want to, before you even get that zip tie tight, kind of straighten up your tails and then zip it down. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. You got to get back to work. What? It's all right. It'll be available. And then we will go back and fix all of our tails. Okay, so this next one is just getting a ruffle. So every other is getting a tail and a ruffle. Okay. You couldn't find me. I was right here waiting for you. Okay, the next one's getting a ruffle and a tail. Yeah, I'm not sure which winter flower she was talking about. If it was the white and blue one with the snowflakes, that one is on Unique in the Creek. All the others are on my regular YouTube channel. Now you can see the board. Don't worry about it. Trust the process. It will be covered. And those tails will come up. So what did y'all do this weekend? We went to Shelbyville to Uncle Dave Macon Days. It's like a mule festival. We had a good time. You're late. It's okay. We haven't gotten that far. Good morning, good morning. Once we get this outside row done, it's the one that seems to take the longest. Then it will go by so much quicker. You like my boo shirt? It's October, y'all. It's my second favorite month. You spent time with your granddaughters and great-grandsons? Awesome. Hello, hello. You started to cut your 12-foot hedge. Even my ribs are killing me. Oh, no. Good morning. Sneaking a peek at work. Do I need to whisper? Do I need to whisper, Vicky? You watch football all day? Well, I worked all day yesterday. Making the centers for that poinsettia kit, so I was busy. Yard work. Oh, you went to that workshop. Awesome, Dan. Tag sale. We're thinking about having a garage sale this weekend. But I don't know what a tag sale is. Thanks for floating my boat. I appreciate it. So we have 10-inch ruffles, 16-inch tails. This is a kit on my website, monkeyscreations.com. Oh, around the same thing as a garage sale. Okay, I wasn't quite sure. Yes, I did wood burn this. Ooh. Now, some people will say, you know, why don't you start in the middle and work out? Y'all, it really does not matter because you're always going to have to work under something. So if you start in the middle, you're going to have to work under when you get to these outside. If you start on the outside, you're going to have to work under as you're working in. So really does not matter where you start, whether it be the inside or the outside. You're going to have to work under something, okay? But I love a good all red and white wreath. Do y'all like all red and white? Just all regular holes. No shared holes, Linda. You washed your windows? Yeah, I need to do all those things, but I've got so many other things to do, y'all. I still need to make my mailbox swag. I'm about an hour from Fort Campbell. I have a niece that lives in Fort Campbell, so we were just up there probably a month ago. Nope, this is horizontal wide stripe mesh. Look, I've got the bowl over here to put my clips in, but I keep throwing them on the table, y'all. Thank you for the stars. I appreciate it. You haven't made a wreath in a while. Girl, you better get busy. Well, most people do flowers on this board, but sometimes I like to, you know, be a rebel. Do something different. You're going to start setting your alarm? Yep, I'm usually going to be on at 10 o'clock, y'all. Usually. If I'm not on at 10, then that probably means I'm not going to be live that day. Not always, but usually. Hello, hello. All right, we're almost done with this row. Did y'all see Monkey's content? That was a funny conversation. That boy's smart, y'all. Grandma, you need some more likes on your page. We need to make some content. Like, those were his words out of his mouth. I was like, man. All right, last one going in on this row. All right, I know, it looks a hot mess, right? I promise it won't. It won't when we're done. So I'm just gonna bring all of these tails up top. All right. Now, if you have these big clips from Dollar Tree, they are gonna be your friend. Because we're gonna bring all of these ruffles out so that we can work on row 3. So if you have the big clips, grab them and use them to hold the mesh out of your way. These are all cut 10 by 10. Okay, now this row is getting all ruffles. No tails. It's not going to hurt your mesh. It's not on there long enough to mess it up. Just move it around. So I cut the whole roll, which was 36 pieces. Once we get in here, we're gonna have a better idea. It's really gonna depend on the type of mesh you use and how thick it is, as to how much we really need to fill in the center. So I loaded every set of holes, but we may not need every set once we get to row 4 and 5. And I know it's hard to see down in here, and there's nothing I can do about it yet. But definitely every set on row 2 and 3. Couple more on this row, and then we're going to go back to our tails, and I'm going to start with the sets of holes that are going to get the tails, and then fill in from there if we need the others. Okay, because this is getting pretty full already. Horizontal wide stripe is a really thick mesh, so you may not need as many as you would if you're using regular decomesh or something like that. So absolutely, Linda. Okay, so all of those are done. So this is what we've done so far. We've got row 2 with every other set of tails. We just did row 3 that gets no tails. Now we're going to go to row 4 and we're going to start the tails all over again. So I'm going to go ahead and do... Now, what I do is, so right here's the tails. So I'm going to start my tails in between. Okay, so let me show you. So this one gets tails and this one gets tails, which means when I come to row 4, see how this hits right in the middle? So this one, I'm going to start the tails here. Okay. But I did mark it on my board on the inside, so I know exactly which one is going to get the tails because I put that red mark down there. Okay. So let's get our tails ready. Once again, my tails are 16 inches. Grab your big clips You can hold all this mesh back if you need to. It keeps freezing. It's not freezing on my end, girlfriend. Maybe just go out and come back in and see if that fixes it. So this right here is why I prefer, when I'm doing this method, of using the longer tails, because I cut mine at 16 inches. If I had cut them at 14, it would hit right here, and I like mine to go over. Does that make sense? So by adding that 2 extra inches, I get that extra little pop. All right, so I'm going to go right here and do this set of tails. It just lays better as well, for me anyway. Now, if it's easier for y'all just to load one zip tie at a time, you can do that as well. I'm getting you hooked on glitter ribbon. I love me a good glitter ribbon. Now, not all glitter ribbon is created equal. I will tell you that. But if you find a good one, man, it's amazing. Isn't it pretty? Now my Christmas decor is all red and white. So anytime I make a red and white wreath, it's a struggle. Like, do I try to sell it or do I want to keep it for myself? Like that Santa I made yesterday in the VIP group. I was like, yeah, I think that one's going on my front door. Yeah, this isn't, y'all, this ribbon isn't like, it's almost like a silk ribbon, but it's not. And it crunches and crinkles, and I love using it. But it's not your typical ribbon, but I use it every year just because I love it so much. But it's definitely not your regular ribbon. But if you see it, grab it and try it, because I think you'd love it. Well, if you get this kit, you'll figure it out. Good morning. Who else is it? Who's from this area? Who's from the Smyrna Murfreesboro area? Any of y'all? Because I'm thinking about doing the Cannonsburg Village the end of this month as a vendor. Yeah, looks like satin, but it's not. But I want to know if any of y'all are from this area that have been to the Cannonsburg Village Festival, fair, whatever they call it. And if it's, you know, worth me looking into being a vendor. Okay, so we've got our, here's what we've done so far. So we've done all of row 2 with every other set of tails. Row 3 is all ruffles. Row 4, we did every other set of tails. We have not done the ones in between. And I'm thinking we're not going to have to, y'all. So let's take every other out. Okay, so there's your layout so far, if you want to screenshot it. No, I'm a few hours from Chattanooga. Hey, hey. No, this ribbon is not from Hobby Lobby. All right. Now, I'm thinking we're only going to do 2 on row 5. So let me put those 2 in and see. Because I don't want it all bunched up and to look a hot mess either, right? So I'm going to be very particular, as I usually am. And no tails are going on this row. But see how nice and full that is? So now I'm going to go right across and do that one. And I'll turn it back over. I think that's going to be plenty. So I'm going to take those 2 out. And I'm thinking we'll just put 1 right in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, baby. And then I'll go over your numbers again. So if you got this kit, you know exactly what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so I'm just fluffing that out. Go through and I'm going to fluff all these others out real quick. Just pull them in case they got caught up in there. Okay, so here's what I did. Nothing on row 1. Every set of holes on row 2 with every other set of tails. So you need 16. You need 8 all mesh. You need 4 mesh and tail, and then mesh, mesh, mesh. Does that make sense? I'm trying to find something I can write it down for y'all real quick. All right. Row 2, you need 16 mesh, 8 ribbon sets. Row 3, you need 8 mesh. Row 4, you need 4 mesh and 4 ribbon. And then row 5, 2 mesh, and then mesh right in the center. If y'all want to screenshot that real quick. Looks like a giant cupcake, right? Okay. So let's fix our ribbon tails real quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them. A carnation, a Christmas carnation would be gorgeous. Hey, hey. Now, not every mesh are you going to be able to get away with using that amount of mesh. So if you're using just regular decomesh or a thinner mesh, you're probably going to have to do every set. So just make sure you plan for that. And we'll get all these looking pretty once we get everything done. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now, this is the snowflake that comes in your kit. I just attached it with E6000 in hot glue. I did yesterday. So we're just going to take a pipe cleaner, run it right through that. Okay. Now, we can put, if you just want to use it and not do a bow, you could put this snowflake right there in the middle. Isn't that pretty? So you could just do that and be done. And then you'd have a whole bunch of ribbon to work on another project. So, should we do that or should we make a bow, y'all? What do y'all want? Because we could just bring our snowflake down just a little bit and put a bow right here. Or we can put our snowflake up there a little bit and put our bow at the bottom. Now, if I'm going to do that, y'all know I'm probably going to put my bow at the bottom so I can have big old tails. Mickey says no bow. Should I do a bow, y'all? Or just put that right there and call it done? Okay, let's do this. No bow. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this here. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a bow. And we're going to upsell a bow to go with this gorgeous wreath. Right? So, this is going to go right in the middle. It does look pretty even without the snowflake, for sure. Okay, so I'm just pulling it to where it sits tight, but not smushed. All right, look how pretty. And that's even with the tails looking wild. Wild tails. But we're going to make a bow. And then we can upsell the bow with it. So if they have a lantern, they could put the bow on the lantern to match their wreath. Or something like that, right? So, do we want more snowflake or do we want more red? That's the next question. More red or more snowflake? Uh-oh, my Mevo's about to die. Hold on. Let's plug it in. I forgot to check that. Okay. We're plugged in. Hopefully it'll last. Facebook, if we go dead, I apologize. Y'all think more red? I'm thinking more red as well. So I've got an extra piece here. So we're going to use that as our tail, just so I don't waste it. But I'm doing this, you know, just you can upsell them, but I want y'all to see what the bow would look like with this ribbon as well. Three? Yeah, I have three. All right, so now we're going to go with the snowflake. It almost sounds like paper, y'all. Hey, hey. I know I need to find that spool holder. There's just not enough hours in the day, y'all. Your kitty loves anything that crinkles? Yes, the snowflake ribbon is wired. Absolutely. I don't use non-wired ribbon. Thanks for floating my boat. All right. That dang cat's here every night, y'all. He's here every daggone night. But it's my fault. I fed it. Well, y'all, I really thought I was feeding this Siamese cat, because there was a gorgeous Siamese cat around. And I kept trying to, you know, just be nice to it so I could, you know, attempt to catch it and, you know, check it out, because you rarely see a Siamese cat like a feral Siamese cat, right? So I just wanted to make sure that it was not a pet that was just lost, that I could never get close to it. So that's why I kept putting food out there thinking that it was that. And then that black cat jumped out at me that night, and I was like, oh, I'm not feeding the Siamese cat. Yes, his name is Halloweeny. All right, let's dovetail all these. Yeah, so now I have 2 cats. But I really wanted to check on that Siamese cat. Y'all, I love animals. I don't like to see any animal. Now, I know some cats, you know, they enjoy being outdoors and that kind of thing. But I just want to make sure it's okay. No, the cat is not coming inside, Linda. Or Winnie for short, right? No, my cat does not get along with other cats, y'all. So we can just give them a good curl just like that. Or we can curly cue them. Which way do y'all prefer? Now, I never leave my bows just flat, straight, my tails. Either I'm going to give them that big curve or I'm going to curly cue them. Do you like curly Q or just curled? Let's see how that it holds a curl, y'all. Look at that. All right. There we go. Now you have a matching bow. To go with your snowflake wreath. Bring you up. TikTok, I'm going to bring you up. So there you go. Trying to make sure y'all can see that. So either way you want to do it, or you can just throw your bow right on there, right under that snowflake if you wanted. Totally up to you. All right. So when I list the finished wreath, I will add just the bow. Maybe I'll make a section for bows and sell that as an extra. So that's it. So you can get the kit at monkeyscreations.com. There's that kit, and then there's the poinsettia kit where you can either get the gold or the multi-gold. If the multi-gold is already sold out and you want it, just get the gold, but make sure in the comments you write that you want the multi-gold. Otherwise, you'll get the gold if I don't see a comment. Okay? All right. That's all I got. Y'all have an awesome day. VIP, we will see you tonight for Chit Chat, and we have a special guest. So we'll see y'all tonight at 7. All right. Bye, y'all.